Good morning, everybody. How are we today?
Good morning. Happy Monday.
And happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans out there. Thank you so much for your service to our country.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Okay. So it's definitely been a fun and exciting weekend. Tara and I actually got to go to the New England Christmas Festival at Mohegan Sun on Friday. And apparently it turns out we picked the right day. You want to tell us about that, Tara?
Yes. So bear with me. I'm a little under the weather, probably from working myself crazy, but I also worked the event at Mohegan this weekend, and on Saturday a lot of buses arrived and it was pretty crazy there. It was very exciting, but we did get shut down for a bit. The line was very long, 45-minute wait to an hour to get in. But I have to tell you, just it was just an exciting event to work. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think we've ever had ushers or any staff there except maybe security. So it was our first year having our staff there and being a part of this. But it was an exciting day. You know, we deal with different clientele coming through, different, some were happy, some were not.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how it goes. You know, you just put a smile on your face and keep moving and try to make light of this subject. But I feel like if you explain to the patrons there what's going on, they actually understand a lot more. You know, I feel like if you give them information,
Mm-hmm.
then they're a lot calmer and patient and waiting. And it was a holiday event. So, you know, some were in the Christmas spirit and then some just weren't.
So much.
Well, we got through it. We got through it, and I thank Mohegan Sun because I already participated, and you know, it was really good. I thank you all for, of course, attending it, and we look forward to seeing everyone next year. But we definitely picked the right day to go. Even Sunday was a little slower, but you know, Saturdays are the busiest day there. Everybody's
Oh,
off, and
yeah.
yeah, but it was a good time for sure. But I am exhausted. I am. I was there with you on Friday, and
Mm-hmm.
I worked the show that night, and then Saturday and Sunday I was there working as well, and then we had you know, a show last night as well. So it's a lot, but I do enjoy it, and I'm there, you know, just because I enjoy music and being around people, and I love who I work with. It's just different than my design on
Mm-hmm.
my daily basis. So it kind of gives me a different avenue. And yeah, I look forward to going. So
Nice.
it was fun. It was fun. I need to slow down. I know that a little bit. I need to slow down.
Yeah, I think many of us can say that about ourselves too, especially entrepreneurs. We're always hustling.
We are. I think that's just in us though.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're, you know, if you have a 9 to 5 job, or, you know, even, I can't even say that because some people, you know, need to work or have to work or want to work a second or third job. But I think that if it's just in you, you just do it. You don't even think. I just go.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. Yeah, I think maybe you
So,
wouldn't notice it until you stop. Like you wouldn't.
yeah.
Yeah,
If I stop there, you know, something's off.
yeah,
I'm either sick, under the weather, because my mind's always moving to the next thing. So,
absolutely. And that I think that's kind of the curse of the creative person is you get so many ideas and yeah, I can see it.
yeah, yeah, my mind, if anyone could really see in my mind, it's all over the place, you know, and I have several jobs for my design, so it's tough because I have to make sure that I go down the list to make sure that all of my clients, you know, are taken care of.
Hmm.
So I'm all over the place, but it's all
How
good.
many
I
jobs are
enjoy
you
it.
working on a
There's
typical basis?
Well, I have 7 projects going on now. I just signed on 2 more. So, but I'm coming to the close of 2 or even 3, I should say. Bar mitzvahs coming together. Um, a couple other things are slowing down, so that's good. I can pick up a couple more. But right
Nice.
now, I'm booked until maybe February now.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, but it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm always looking to get everybody on my calendar. So don't feel that you can't reach out to me because you certainly can. My calendar is going to come open and I want to make sure everybody's on it.
Yeah.
So please do so if you're thinking about it for next year,
Yeah. Definitely.
whether it's weddings, parties, birthday parties, gatherings, design work, staging. Staging obviously works fast. So if you're even a realtor or homeowner, please reach out to me because there may be an opportunity I can get you in and fit you in. So,
Nice.
or even if you're decorating for the holidays, I'm open for that as well. So, yeah, don't feel like you can't. Even though I have 7 projects, I can somehow fit you in for that. So,
Okay. Nice. Do you
yeah,
want to show us the bracelet you got at the craft fair?
sure. So this is the bracelet. Now, I usually have a lot of bracelets on, but not today. But this is it here. I gotta
Awesome.
figure out how to get with those. Yeah.
You're good.
But
Yeah.
it's just me. It's just artsy. I'm always looking for the unique piece and I happen to have found it, but I usually have a lot more and a lot more chains. It's
Yeah.
funny, I've been wearing a lot of chains lately and I was talking to um one of the ushers at Mohegan this past weekend and I had a lot of chains on and I said, I feel like Mr. T. And I don't even know if you know who Mr. T is,
Yeah.
but I kind of they were like, Mr. Who?
Wow.
I had to show them a picture and then I thought, well, maybe I'm showing my age. Maybe I should stop.
I haven't seen Mr. T in so long.
I know. But yeah, so and you have a beautiful necklace you
I do. I'm
purchased.
trying to get the
You're
tag off of it right now, but I can't, so that's okay. So this was the necklace that I got. Oh, here we go. Which I'm loving. I kept looking at it and I put it back and then I picked it up again and I put it back. And it was, it was very decent price. Um,
hmm
she does nice work. And so yeah, I got it. And then the kettle corn that I got. Actually, so that lady, before we move on to that, her name that did the jewelry, it was Georgine Novak Designs. So if you guys want to check out her stuff, she has some really cool looking pieces. I could have walked away with a few different ones if it was, if the budget was there. But she definitely had a lot. And then the lady that had the kettle corn, that popcorn was so freaking good. So we got some of that. And yeah, it was really a great way to see the talents that we have that comes into the area, and just everyone's making different stuff, and it's really cool to see.
Yeah, it was really, even though there was a lot of people and you were moving slow through the whole process, the Christmas music was playing and you
Mhm.
just felt like you were in the holiday spirit.
Yeah.
It was nice. There's a lot of vendors, a
Yes, it
lot.
was.
It's
Yeah.
definitely worth going next year for sure. Just make sure you pick the day and yeah, and come see us because it was a really good experience and fun and
Yeah. Absolutely.
great.
So that was
Yeah.
really cool. And as far as shopping goes, here's one of the things that I think people should be mindful of is all of the ad systems. So like the Facebook ad systems and even Google, but Facebook gets a lot of it. Instagram, Pinterest, they're all going to be overloaded with people promoting for the holidays. So if as a consumer, you're going to see a lot of different product ads showing up. And then as an advertiser, it's going to be a lot more competitive to get your ad to show. So you may have to, most of the ad systems are auction systems. So you are bidding on the space that your ad's going to show up in. So as the system gets more crowded, you're going to experience higher ad costs because your bid has to be higher for your ad to show. So it's definitely, it can, it's the time of year where people know that they're looking for stuff, so they're watching some of these ads, but it's also very crazy and can be frustrating as all hell. One cool thing that I got to do is I'm setting up my very first, I have a corporate company. They have about a little over 100 employees, and they are asking me to build a store for their employees that has their company swag. And so this is going to be pretty cool. I know it's not quite the kind of shopping you're thinking of for Black Friday, but this is a store that can be built where they can go in and they can order their stuff, and they don't necessarily pay on the spot. The company will end up paying on their behalf, but they can go in and check out kind of like a regular checkout system. And then all the orders get tallied together and we get the products ordered. So if that's something that you would love for yours, we're going to have this in this case. So it's a school transportation company, and they have people that are out in the cold all the time. So we're going to have some warm weather stuff. We're going to have, some beanies, some gloves, and light jackets and things like that they can purchase. But it can be anything really. So that's my tip of the week, is to be mindful of the ad systems and then create your own systems wherever you can.
That's great.
And I should mention, today I'm using my Prague cup.
I have mine. We forgot to do that in the beginning.
I know, it's okay. There you
And
go.
here's mine.
Your logo on.
As mine goes flying across the screen.
Nice.
There we are. A little bit. Wait, no, this way.
Come
and
back
then
a little
too
bit.
fast. Make you all dizzy.
Stop right there.
Anyway, it's my logo.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
So what tip do you want to share this week?
I think anyone that is struggling with some damaged walls in their house. I know I was talking to one of my friends, and she doesn't have sheetrock on her walls. It's a different kind of board. And yeah, so there was wallpaper attached to it. And once she took it down, there was a lot of damage on her walls. So not so much holes or, it's pretty flat, but it's definitely not even plywood. It's a different type of board. And so I had suggested that maybe she should just get the paintable wallpaper to put over it instead of worrying about what to do with the wall. So that's what she's doing. She has purchased paintable wallpaper, and it actually has a texture on it. So then you can paint it any color you like. So yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, yep. You could probably even put it over anything really. And then you can paint it, but that type of wallpaper absorbs paint pretty well. So you wouldn't have a problem with it, creating any kind of issues.
So does it basically like provide the texture behind it and then whatever color you want?
Yes. So it comes in a variety of different textures, different designs. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's a pretty neat concept, because if you have any damaged wall, you could just apply that over the top. And I know a lot of people are afraid of wallpaper, but sometimes, wallpaper is coming back.
It is.
And I just had some here. Let's see what I did with it. Oh, here. No, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I just had it. Anyway, I don't have it. So if I find it again, I'll show you before the show's over. But, wallpaper comes in so many colors and so many different textures. And you don't be afraid, even though if it's bright and, it's fun, wallpaper is coming back. Everybody's like, oh no, wallpaper. But they have it it's not like that sticky, pasty wallpaper either, like we used to have, you know.
And I think like old school wallpaper was just so old looking. Like that's I think why what everyone may equate the wallpaper to is the old style of wallpaper. Like I remember at my grandmother's house, like going up her stairs, it was like all these
Yeah,
little country scenes, like going up the like little cows and yeah. So it was
yeah.
like I think you, well at least I do. Like I would think wallpaper, and then I would think like grandma's house.
True, true, but it's not like that anymore. Yeah, even on Palmer Street, it did some really bright wallpaper in there, and it, you know, it comes out pretty nicely. If you're somebody that likes to change stuff all the time, like myself, it may be a little trickier.
Yeah.
But because I would get tired of it. So that's why, you know, it's funny because I don't have any tattoos, so I'm going to go off the beaten path for a second. But I think it's because I express myself on paper with drawing and painting. However, a lot of artsy people have tattoos, right? And I think that they're great. But I'm just so afraid that I would get one and then I would be tired of it, which goes back to the house. I have to
Yeah.
be able to change things around, you know? So.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
I oh, I just lost it. I was wallpaper. So one of the I bought peel and stick wallpaper, and I
Mhm.
got it to go behind, like if you're thinking of kitchen cabinets, I have, cabinets, they all have the shelves in them, and I want to put it back on the back wall of the cabinet so that it
Right.
has a little something when you open it up and it's not just all wood.
Oh, yeah. Because I've put it in the back of some cabinets, you know, that I have painted and done over. So you can even put it on the drawers of your cabinet if you have a bureau or
Yeah.
inside the drawer.
Hmm.
And just give it a little character, you know. So
Yeah.
don't be
And
afraid to use.
yeah, the one I got it was definitely a more modern kind of print, or
Mhm.
design pattern. It was still a little floral. I think it was like, me leafy, but it was like it was tones of gray. So it's still a little subdued behind the cabinets, but there's something pretty there. Well, at least that
Right,
what
right.
I have the roll. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wish I had that sample. I just had it before we went online and I don't know where it went. So I'll have to share it with you next week. Um,
I'm sure you'll find it right when we hang up.
I sure will. It's probably behind me. It fell on the floor or something. I don't know. I feel like a squirrel ran by today, but it's
Yeah,
just because I'm so not feeling too great. But I
I
have a
get
big
it.
staging job. As soon as we're offline, I have to keep running. So I'm not down for the count. I have a big staging job I have to get done today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And that's in Waterford. So I'm looking forward to working with a new real estate agent. So it'll
Oh,
be
nice.
great.
Can't wait to see the
Yeah. Yeah.
pictures.
I'm super excited. It's a living room and a small eat-in kitchen. So yeah.
So let me ask you this: when you're doing staging, do they is it normal for them to say like these are the rooms we want you to do, or
Yes, typically they're the
okay,
ones that basically tell me what rooms. I mean, I can always add to what I believe should be done, but for the most part, they have that knowledge where if they say how many rooms, then, you know, we kind of talk about it and discuss what I can bring in. But for the most part, you know, it's typically your bigger rooms, your living room, maybe a master bedroom,
hmm,
just to show space and what can fit.
right?
For the potential buyer to come through your door, because again, you have 3 clicks and you could lose them to the next picture or the
Yeah,
next posting, you know. So you just want to capture the eye and show them what it could be, what it could possibly look like.
definitely. Nice.
Mhm. Yeah.
Excuse me. I have a tickle. It must be coming down with whatever you have. Okay. So you have your visitors day this week, correct?
Yes, and we're super excited. It's for Rose City Networking, and it's Visitors Day on November 14th at 6:45 a.m. It is at the Holiday Inn in Norwich. I know it's a bit early, but there's going to be a lot of entrepreneurs, small business owners, big business owners in this room, and you'll get a chance to be in front of a lot of people. So, if you do have a business or looking to have a business, and you don't have to have a business, it's a great opportunity to get in front of everyone. So if you're interested, please message me. You can come and be my visitor for the day. We do need to know ahead of time. So if you could do that, I need to also know name and your business. Or if you don't have a business, that, like I said, is completely okay. But we're going to have tons of fun, and it goes to about 8:30. So it kind of builds you up, in the morning, and then you leave kind of feeling like empowered. It's a good start to your day on Thursdays. So again, we're not asking you to join, just asking you to be a part of our day. The
Yep.
other thing is I have staged a house on Tyler Ave in Groton City. It's a 7,000 square foot house, so it's pretty large. I did this a couple years ago. And then I was asked to come back and tweak some things again. So um, it is a beautiful home. And a little bit of a backstory to this is I used to live in Groton for about a year or so, and I used to take a walk down Tyler Ave. Excuse me, I'm having a hard time here, but I used to take a walk down Tyler Ave, and when I was walking down there, I would say to myself, wow, that is a beautiful home. I wish I could get in it. I
Hmm.
would do so much with this home, right? Well, my dream came true. A couple years after that, I had gotten a call from this exact house. They
Mhm.
asked me to come in and help them stage it and design it and decorate it for an Airbnb.
Cool.
So, with that being said, Full Circle was in the house several times, and it's 151 Tyler Ave in Groton City. And on Wednesday this week, the 13th at 5 p.m., we're having a networking event, and you're all welcome to attend. Um, you could come in, I will be there. There's going to be a lot of people there, but it's going to be a fun night. So I hope you could stop by. You could see my work. We could have great conversations. So I would love to have you there. If you would like to stop in, I certainly will be there. So again, 151 Tyler Ave, Groton City, 5 p.m. this Wednesday. Look forward to seeing you.
That's awesome. I can't wait to go. I want to see the inside of the house and see how you transformed it. Like, who are they that they're holding a networking event? Like, what kind of, is it a residential house or?
It is residential. However, because it's such a large house, I guess a lot of Airbnbs, is mainly what their focus was.
Oh, okay.
But because it's so large, B&Is and other event, maybe even, I don't know if the chamber has had an event there, but you can
Mhm.
certainly rent. The living room is huge,
Oh,
so you
wow.
could have an event there.
Hmm.
And I wish, and I really had brought up the concept of maybe having weddings there, but I'm not sure how Groton City's guidelines go for that. I know
Right.
we had talked briefly about it because it's such a beautiful home, that you could do other things other than Airbnb there.
I agree. And I
So,
wonder, I mean, people have weddings at their houses all the time. Like, so I wonder, I don't know. I got married at somebody else's house. And I didn't have to do
yeah,
anything different other
it's
than let them know who was doing the ceremony.
right. It's next to the golf course down there, in Groton City, and you can walk right to the beach.
Oh,
It's
wow.
just such a lovely area, beautiful,
Nice.
quiet. Yeah, so if you have an event, that you could do that there as well. I don't know if this is through a BNI or what it is, but um, it's certainly worth coming to check it out in the area.
Awesome. Well, I'll definitely be there.
Thank you so much.
Anyone that wants to ride with me, because I will be going to a different networking meeting right after that, the Polka Dot networking meeting. So if anyone wants to go with me, come with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah. So let's see other things that are coming up this week in the community. There's so many different organizations that are reaching out for like food pantry or food donations for food pantries for families that need help with some Thanksgiving dinner. So you'll see a lot. I share a bunch of those, and I know I thought it was like hats off to our local Boy Scouts here in the Baltic Sprague area. They went around, and every year they come by and they hang a yellow bag from your door, and you fill the bag and they come back and get it. I don't think we got our bag out on time. We were supposed to have it out by like 9 a.m. and that didn't happen that day. And luckily I found a place where I can go bring it. But, if you can, spare any kind of food, or especially in those cases, they were looking for non-perishable foods, canned goods, boxed goods. And it's a lot of the things that we take for granted. So if you can, if you have the extra money this year, please consider buying a couple extra things on your grocery run. And there's always places to give them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We all have to help each other out a little bit.
Very true.
Yeah. Let's see what else is coming up. I don't know that I know of any other events coming up that I can think of off the top of my head. But yeah.
Yeah.
We had our Visitors Day at our group last Thursday. And it was pretty well. We did this fun thing where we all submitted our baby pictures. And then somebody made a slideshow of all of them, and we had to guess who was who. And
that's pretty neat.
It was a lot of fun. For me, I'm usually always identified in mine because of the red hair. It's really hard to cover up that bright red hair as I was a kid. But this time, so I submitted a picture that was, it's funny because this is one that has been like front and center at my grandmother's houses. So like her regular house and then her Block Island house. And it was me fishing in a puddle as a little girl. So thank you.
How adorable.
It was a puddle at the bus company of all places. So that's our family business. And it was, I had to be like 3 or 4. And I'm sure they were like, I was on somebody's last nerve and they were like, just go fish in the puddle. See what you can catch. Obviously, I didn't catch anything. But my grandmother took the photo, and then it was like, everyone's like, oh, who's this? And she's like, that's my granddaughter. She was fishing in the puddle. I'm like, oh, fantastic. All these people think I'm an idiot. So I used that picture, and I was going to turn it black and white so that you didn't see the red hair, but I honestly forgot, and I just had to send it. Excuse me. Excuse me. So I sent it, and because I was fishing, nobody knew it was me, which I thought was very odd. Excuse me.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Well, I had blonde hair, very blonde hair growing up into high school. And so if I was to show you my baby picture, I'm very blonde.
It's funny that somebody else's picture looked like it could have been me as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, no, it's not me. And they all thought whoever was fishing was a boy, I guess. They kept guessing boy names.
Really?
Like, no, do you not see the bright red hair? But they missed it.
Oh, you might have to share that picture.
Yeah, I don't think I have it here to show it.
I'll have to find it.
Yeah, we'll come back. I don't have it that handy.
That's okay. Maybe next week we'll figure it out. Yeah.
But yeah, that was always like, I'm like, Nana, why do you have that picture up? And she's like, it's the best. And I'm like, oh, I look like an idiot. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sure it's cute.
She was, I mean, Nana was always very proud of me. I remember giving her this picture that I blew up of hers on Block Island, and I was in my 20s, so in my early 20s, so I didn't really have a whole lot of money to get it framed and make it look really good. And if I'm being really honest, at the time I was working for this company who had this massive, like, large format printer. So you could take
Mm-hmm.
an image and I could send it to the printer to have it printed out and be like a big poster. So I
Oh,
did that.
wow.
I would go in to work really early before others got there and do all my printing. It's so bad. Those machines were so much back then, so there wasn't something I could buy. And I probably shouldn't have been doing it at work, but I did. So I ended up giving it to Nana, and it looked awful. Like, the frame I chose was awful, but I didn't really see that at that age. And then she like
Mm-hmm.
left it up forever until she died. And I'm like, can we please change that thing out? And she was like, no. I'm like, please,
Oh,
can we please change it out? It looks so bad.
oh my goodness.
Like, there was even a spot in the corner where I cut it too much, and you saw the little brown backing in the corner. Like, it was so sloppy, and
Oh,
she wouldn't let me change it. Yeah.
oh. Those are some special times, though. See, you remember. So
I
they
do.
were great memories.
My family seems to do that. They really hang on to those embarrassing things that you've made in the past. My mother too. I don't remember. I know I was in like elementary school, and I was in New York, and at the time we lived at my grandmother's. So the school that we were in was they had a lot more money at that school, so they had like a kiln in the art class that you can make pottery, and they wanted us to make a cookie jar, and I used every pattern that was available, and I patched it all together. And then for some reason, I put a giant squirrel on top, and it was the ugliest looking squirrel. And the tail was like the handle of the lid. And she still has it, and she won't destroy it. It's the ugliest looking thing ever. Ever.
Oh,
So
that's sweet. Such
that's how
good
that went.
memory. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on that note, do you have anything else you want to share today?
um, well, Pentatonics will be there on Thursday at Mohegan, so I'm looking forward to that. That's a
Yes.
great show. The other show that's great that's coming up is Straight No Chaser. They're all a cappella.
Oh,
So
okay.
very talented groups coming up, a lot of holiday festivities coming this
Yep.
way for Mohegan. And yeah, and
Does
for me, I'm just,
Trans-Siberian, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Does the Trans-Siberian Orchestra still play there?
yes, yes.
That's supposed to be an amazing show.
There's there is so much coming up. You should check the site. Just some exciting stuff coming and happening, and
Nice.
yeah, a lot going on property. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
And so, well, I hope you have a good week. You have a lot coming up.
I do. I still have a big old to-do list right now. So I've been really good about staying like super focused. I feel like
That's
sometimes when the more work I have, the more focused I can be, if that makes any sense.
yes.
It leaves my brain, like, I have to, but I also don't move from the computer for hours on end. Like, I'm just here in the zone. So I have to find a
Right.
nice happy balance, but yeah,
See,
lots of
that's
work.
interesting. I find that interesting because I had this conversation, and I've been thinking a lot, like from being in front of the computer. I mean, it can be very tiresome and exhausting because you're looking at the screen all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm running. So my office is really my car. So I'm
Yeah.
running from here to there to here to there. So I'm exhausted before before you know it, because I'm all over the place and I'm thinking and trying to figure out where I'm going to find this lamp or this sofa or this pillow for someone. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just interesting how, different businesses are, right? So
Oh
you're
yeah.
mostly behind the screen and I'm in the car running around. So it's interesting.
One of the things that I did for myself that I'm so glad I did was when I got these glasses, I got the blue light blocker.
Oh,
That has
good.
made a world of difference in how long I can stare at the screen. Not that I really want to stare at the screen way longer, but it was getting to the point where my eyes were just tearing in the middle of the day.
Yeah,
So it was, it
yeah,
would get to be an issue.
right, right. So, wow.
Yeah. All
Thanks.
right. Well,
All
we
right.
thank you all
Well,
for joining in this week. And we are so excited that you're here. Let us know if you're watching live or if you're watching the replay. And we will be back next week.
yes. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Remember to always be kind, and a smile goes a long way.
That's right. See you next week, everyone.
Bye. Take care. Take care.
There we go. Oh,
You're right.
yeah. I thought I was going to absolutely lose it for a minute.
Oh no.
It's like a tickle, and then yeah. Oh, it said it failed to stream on some destinations. What destinations might you be referring to? Yeah, it never streams there. That's fine.
Where is this wallpaper? I just had it. Seriously, it's gone. I don't know. It's weird.
It's got to be like right in front of you.
Honestly, I still don't see it, which is very strange to me because I had it out there for a reason. Oh
Yeah,
well.
that one that I have that I want to use in the cabinets has been there for like, I don't know, 2 years now.
Understand unless I had it in my hand, I walked away with it. I don't know. It's just odd that it's not even in the room.
Huh.
Alrighty, I have no idea. Okay.
Where did our... It's saying that it didn't post to... Oh, that's so annoying. All right, let's see where it did post. All right, it posted there. It posted on your pages. It has such a problem posting to the group. And it doesn't look like the one through my account.
It's so weird. I wonder why that happens.
I know. Oh my God. She asked me for a price on cups Friday. And she's like, don't forget.
People drive me crazy like that, you know?
Where did you stream to?
It's so weird.
Like I watched the stream start in the event. But then where did it go? Okay. Fine. I'll find it. It's on your
All
page.
right.
It's on our pages. It's just not on our profile, or in my profile, I should say. But I have the recording,
Okay.
so I'll upload the replay.
All right.
Trying to have a good day.
Okay.
I hope you feel better.
Thank you. You too.
Talk to you soon.
All right, bye.